Hi, this video is going to show you a simple way to bring in step files into Revit. So the first thing we're going to need to do here is actually import the step file into an AutoCAD drawing, DWG. So go to Insert, click on your Import, or just type Import on your command line. Pick the step file that you want to bring in, close this window down, and in your lower right-hand corner, you'll be able to insert it into your drawing. Right there, it actually inserts, and it's going to insert at 0, 0. So the center of this step file is going to be at 0, 0. So half of it will be below it, half of it will be above it. Okay. Now, once you have it here, all I need you to do is save it as a DWG. Okay. So just go up into your Autodesk um, File Save As and just save it as a simple DWG out. Call it the name of the step file that you brought in. In this case, I'm just going to call it UHD. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Revit and I'm going to go and create the family. So I'll go up to File, New, Family. I will then go to the English Imperial and go try to find a generic model that is not based off of a work plane. So I'm not picking any of these above general models. I'm picking the general model that doesn't have a work plane on it. I'll click onto this and I'll open it. Once this opens up, then what I'll do is I will insert the DWG. Find the UFD and say open. Now you have a reference level, which is those reference planes you see on that X. So all it did was it just placed it right on that reference plane, so that way it's locked in at the insertion point. Now you can spin around this if you want to. You can try to find and put on a pipe connector so that way you can just connect up to this piece of equipment every single time. But this is where you're going to have to understand a little bit more about families if you're wanting to have that pipe connector on it. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to save this family out and we're going to load it into the project. Now, before we close out of this family, the other thing that we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to make sure we change the category that it's under. Remember, we started this out as a generic model, and if you want this under a piece of mechanical equipment, you need to change the category, and you might want to turn off the always vertical. Okay. Now we've loaded this back into the project. We saved it, so we have everything right. Load it into the project and close. And now I can just simply come over here in my mechanical library if I wanted to, or it's on my mouse because I just closed out of it. I can place it right away. Okay. Now it should be completely editable to where you can move it up, down, left, or right. And again, the way that I would connect that pipe to it, if I didn't have the pipe connector, is I would just get a piece of pipe. Let me just switch my services here to chilled water. I would just get a piece of pipe and I would rotate it. Let me hit the space bar. Come on. Notice it's not going to connect because there's no pipe connector. But if I can hit the space bar here, and let me just do it again right here. Put a piece of pipe in, rotate it with the space bar. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a top view just so I can see where it's going to. And I do have my half tones on right now, so I apologize it's so light. But I'm just going to snap it right in there. Now, if I go to a 3D view, that's dead center of that part. So again, you can place your pipe to the part But again, we'll have another session on how to put pipe connectors or duct connectors on step files or even other families. Hope this helps.